My name is Clara. I'm 28, a graphic designer, and for the past 4 years, I was married to Daniel, a man 7 years my senior. As I sit here now, trying to trace the unraveling of my life, I struggle to find the exact moment when everything began to fall apart. This is not a tale of romance wrapped in happy endings. It's a raw, unfiltered confession of choices made, wounds inflicted, and the heavy price of regret. Daniel was the kind of partner everyone seemed to admire, dependable, thoughtful, fiercely devoted. He owned a quaint local bookstore, pouring his passion and soul into it. Yet no matter how long his days stretched, he always carved out time for us. He remembered the tiniest details, the precise way I liked my coffee, down to the splash of cream. He took care of the small things without fanfare, fixing a leaky faucet, leaving my favorite scarf by the door, never seeking praise. His love was quiet, steady, and unshakably true. In the beginning, I cherished that steadfast care. Daniel's unwavering presence made me feel safe, seen, adored. But slowly, a restlessness began to stir inside me. Not a loud rebellion, but a quiet, persistent itch. It started with casual conversations at work, listening to colleagues gush about their whirlwind romances, impromptu getaways, grand gestures under city lights. I nodded along, but inside, I measured my life against theirs. Scrolling through Instagram didn't help. The glossy images of couples dancing in vibrant markets or toasting on rooftops only made my own days feel dull, predictable. At first, I chastised myself for feeling this way. Love didn't need to be flashy, did it? But the doubts lingered, growing louder and more insistent. I wondered if I was truly content with the life Daniel and I had built, or if I was chasing a fleeting thrill I couldn't even name. Then came that night, the night everything shattered. It was supposed to be carefree, friends, music, a few cocktails at a downtown lounge. But the drinks multiplied, and I let myself slip into a haze, trying to drown the gnawing unease inside me. One sip became a blur, and with it, my clarity dissolved. When I stumbled home, disoriented and fragile, Daniel was there, gentle, concerned, guiding me to the couch as he always did. But instead of gratitude, a bitter spark ignited inside me. Without thinking, I spat out words I didn't mean. "You're not enough for me anymore." The room fell silent, the words hanging heavy and cruel. They sliced through the air like a blade. I saw the pain ripple across Daniel's face, his eyes darkening with hurt, a look I could never unsee. The next morning my head throbbed, but the weight in my chest was even heavier. The memory of my words crashed over me like a tidal wave, each one stinging deep. Daniel sat at the kitchen table, staring at his untouched coffee. "That image is burned into my mind," he said quietly. "Is that how you really feel?" My heart broke. I fumbled for an apology, my voice trembling. "I was drunk, Daniel. I didn't mean it. Please, I didn't." He didn't yell. He didn't fight. He simply nodded, a hollow gesture, and walked away. That quiet departure hurt more than any outburst ever could. From that moment, everything shifted. Daniel didn't confront me or demand explanations. Instead, he slowly withdrew. The small gestures that once defined us began to fade. His goodnight texts stopped coming. The shared smiles over morning pancakes vanished. Silence grew between us like a chasm neither of us knew how to cross. I tried to mend the fracture. I baked his favorite lemon tarts, awkward but sincere. I left letters on his desk filled with memories of our early days. Our first dance, those late-night talks that used to bind us. One evening, reaching for him in the dark, I hoped a touch could heal the wounds between us. But he shifted away, his voice soft but distant. "Not now, Clara. Maybe later." That gentle refusal cut deeper than any argument. The silence I had sparked was suffocating. One restless Saturday, I told myself I needed to breathe, to escape. But truthfully, I was running from the guilt that weighed heavily in my chest. At a dimly lit bar, I met someone. His easy charm, bold smile, they pulled me in. "Tough evening?" he asked, leaning closer. I should have walked away. I didn't. His attention was a spark, a fleeting rush of feeling alive. For a moment, I forgot the heaviness I carried. Then, caught in the moment, I let him kiss me. The instant our lips met, regret crashed over me like a tidal wave. This wasn't freedom, it was betrayal. Shame twisted in my gut. Then I saw Daniel, outside sitting in his car, face pale under the streetlight. He didn't come to me. He just drove off, taillights fading into the night. The next morning, I clung to a desperate hope that we could rebuild. I found him in the living room, his expression too calm, too final. Last night made it clear, he said quietly. I know where I stand now. I sobbed, trying to explain. It was a mistake, a moment of weakness I couldn't justify. But he shook his head. I need time, he said. I need to figure out what this means. He packed a suitcase and left. That was the last time I saw him in our home. 8 months have passed. Daniel has found happiness again. With someone new, someone who brings a light to his eyes I haven't seen in years. He smiles freely now, unburdened. Meanwhile, I'm left here, picking through the shattered pieces of what I destroyed. Most friends have drifted away, unsure how to face my mistakes. Even my sister, when I confessed everything, looked at me with quiet sorrow. You had something rare, she said softly. And you let it go. She was right. There is no tidy ending here, no last-minute redemption. Just the heavy ache of regret that lingers like a shadow, following me everywhere. If my story holds any lesson, it's this. Cherish what's real while it's yours. Because once it's gone, no apologies or longing can ever bring it back. I had a love that was true, steady, and unwavering. And I let it slip through my fingers.